Hey guys, it's Cece with Nachananas Crochet back with another tutorial. This one is for a lace-up tube top with sleeves. I'll be using Big Twist yarn in the color Deep Red and my 3.5 millimeter hook. Please like, share, and subscribe. You can follow me on Instagram at Nachananas Crochet. So I'm going to start with making the tube top, and we're going to do a slip knot and make a chain of 30. So that was long enough for my tube top. If you need it to be longer, you can just adjust it. So now that we have our chain of 30, I'm going to chain up 3 more and then going to the 4th stitch from the hook with a half double crochet, and then I'm just going to work half double crochets the rest of the way down. This top is mainly half double crochets. There will be some single crochets as well. So now I'm at the end of the first row. I'm going to chain up 3 and turn my work, and then go into that first stitch in the row with a half double crochet, and then half double crochet the rest of the way down. So now that we've reached the end of the second row, I'm going to chain 3 and turn my work. You'll begin the third row by going into that first stitch in the row with a half double crochet, and then you'll just half double crochet the rest of the way down. So this is basically how we're going to make the tube top. You'll keep with this pattern until the top is long enough while being stretched to just have about 4 inches remaining in the center of your chest. So here we are at the end of the third row. You'll see me chain 3 and turn my work in preparation for the 4th row. I'm going to finish this up and I will show you guys when the top is long enough for me. So here's the top long enough for me. I did 56 rows. Here I am going and placing single crochets around the border. I'm placing 2 single crochets underneath each double crochet on the top and the bottom, and I'll show you what I'm doing to the inside once we get to that part. So now I've reached the side and I'm going to make the spaces for the top to be able to be laced. So I'm going to go into that very first stitch with a single crochet, and then I am going to chain 2, skip 2 spaces, and go into that third stitch with a single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 2, skip 2 spaces, and go into that third stitch with a single crochet. So you just repeat this until you reach the end. So I wanted to make sure to put this in here so you can see the spaces for it to be laced. Now I'm just going to go around the top with more single crochets. So it's just 2 single crochets underneath each double crochet. Don't forget to do the 1 single crochet on the end either. So we made it to the inside again. We're going to do the same thing for these spaces for the top to be laced. So you're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, skip 2 spaces, go into the third space with a single crochet, and then chain 2. Skip 2 spaces, go into the third space with a single crochet, and just repeat until you reach the end. Once you reach the end this time, you're going to go into that first double crochet and slip stitch. So here's my tube top completed. This is what the whole thing looks like. And now we're going to start the sleeves. So I'm going to start with a slip knot, and then I'm going to chain 15. This is what was big enough to cover about half of my wrist. So you would need to go with that measurement. Now that I have my chain of 15, I'm going to chain up 3 and then go into the 4th stitch from the hook with a half double crochet and then half double crochet for the remainder of the row. So I'm done with the first row, chain 3, turn my work, and then I am going to start the second row by going into that first stitch in the row with a half double crochet. Then I'm going to half double crochet for the remainder of the row. Here I am at the end of the second row, chaining 3 and turning my work. I'm going to start the third row with a half double crochet in the first stitch in the row, and then I'm going to half double crochet the rest of the way down. So when testing this pattern, I found it best to increase on the fourth row for the sleeve. That way it wouldn't be too big for me. So here's my first increase, and I'm going to do that by placing 2 half double crochets at the beginning stitch and the last stitch of this row. So here I am at the last stitch in the fourth row, and I'm going to add my second increase by placing 2 half double crochets in that very same stitch, and then I'm going to chain 3 and turn my work so I can start the fifth row. I'm going to start the fifth row by placing a half double crochet in that first stitch, and then just continuing the rest of the way down. So I'm just going to do 3 regular rows and then increase on the fourth row until it's wide enough to cover about half of my arm. So here you'll see where I completed one sleeve. I did 4 increases and then 18 rows of regular half double crochet. Also went around the border twice. So the first time I did single crochets around the entire border, and then on the second row of the border I did the spaces for it to be laced on each side. With the spaces, we do the same thing that we did on the tube top, which is single crochet, chain 2. Here's the top. I did a chain of 250 for the sleeves, which I wish I would have done 300, and then a chain of 150 for the center of the top. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Love you. Bye.